This is episode 1. I guess we should just start off, go straight into introductions. So here today we have myself, Eric Fogarty. We have Michael Feldbloom and Jude Rondina. We are all co-hosts of the podcast. So welcome, guys. My name is Eric. Stop. We all play hockey, so this is a hockey podcast, obviously. And how I played hockey my whole life, started from 6 years old, and it's just been like my dream and passion my whole life. So I just we started this podcast to just share our thoughts for hockey, and yeah, Michael, you want to go introduce yourself?
I'm Michael Feldbloom. My nickname is Felly. On this, these guys have been calling me Felly since grade 9. Like Eric was saying, this podcast is going to be we're going to talk mainly about hockey, obviously, and then if our brains veer off into something else, they do, and
Which they do a lot.
and they do a lot. So we might be talking about other things as well. But I've personally, about me, I've been playing hockey since I was 4 years old. I played about 9 years AAA around the Toronto area. And then this past year, I just played prep hockey, and played around the States a lot. And I'm hoping to play junior in the next couple of years.
All right,
yeah,
Jude, go for it, man.
I'm the goalie in the middle of our logo. I try to stop as many pucks as I can. I don't do a very good job, or else I'd be playing a higher level. I have a passion for the sport. Hey. but aside, I'll see you in junior next year.
Yeah.
Aside from that, a passion to the sport has created a bond with these boys. So that podcast would be a good thing.
Yeah.
We
all met in high school.
We met in grade 9, and I feel like what actually kind of brought us close together is our love and passion for hockey and sport in general.
Exactly.
Yeah, and military haircuts.
In grade 9, the 3 of us had a gym class together, and Eric shows up one day with just a complete buzz cut, just right down to the scalp. It was just brutal, and we started calling him a military boy, you come back from the military, stuff like that. That's kind of how we bonded.
Yep.
You had a good push-up for him, though. That's all.
For real.
All right. Let's get into the quarantine life. How have you boys been during quarantine?
I mean, I would say boring, but everyone says boring. And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it has been boring, but I mean, I've been keeping myself busy. Without hockey, without sport, it's been a little bit hard, obviously. But it is what it is. You just deal with it. There's things in life that you just gotta deal with, and this is one of those things. So yeah, I've just been keeping myself busy, playing some chow, doing homework, doing online school. So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's similar to the way politics work in the GTHL. Just completely sucks.
Anywhere in hockey.
Yeah. All right. We'll turn it over to you, Jude.
All right. As Felly said, boring, but I've been making the most of my time. From street hockey to mini sticks, trying to do everything I can to stay in shape as well. Haven't been on the ice in 2 months, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, it's hard to even you're saying road hockey. It's so hard to play road hockey by yourself.
I know.
I'm out there shooting pucks, and I'm I just wish there was someone else here to play with, pass it around.
Bro, exactly.
Yeah. 1v1 in basketball or something in a driveway. There's it's it just gets boring sometimes, especially with
Yeah, for sure. That's one of the biggest things, right? Is missing your friends, the people that occupy that missing space.
Yeah, exactly. There's a missing there's an empty void right now with just there's enough time for family, but then there's also friends.
You gotta
be able.
No, Felly would know. Both of us only have a sister, right? So
yeah, we've only.
What are we supposed to do?
Exactly. I don't play basketball with my sister. You'd rather have that than Kyle. Yeah, Eric's little brother is addicted to Fortnite, so he doesn't see him. He doesn't see him that much. It's
When they see each
He's
other,
gone
they're just
into the
throwing
void.
fists.
Yeah, they see each other like once a day just to wrestle, and then they go back to their normal lives.
All right. I guess we should move on to kind of the breaking news that just
No,
came out
Eric, how
about.
was your quarantine? How was your quarantine?
Yeah, nobody cares.
Okay.
I'm kidding. You know, it's pretty interesting. Like we just got the pool open, and now like hopefully like I'm just waiting for the weather to start
It is a
coming
bit
in.
cold. Yeah. No, I was just
Yeah,
out
it is
there.
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
It was like sprinkling snow.
Yeah, I know.
It's May
And then
8th.
and then 2 days ago, I was wearing shorts. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I don't
like
get it.
last weekend there was a really nice day, and that's honestly
Saturday. Yeah,
kind of another thing I'm like a little worried about is like weather gets too nice, people just go outside. People will start
Exactly, bro.
doing things and not
I
social
know.
distancing.
I've seen so
Yeah,
many people like groups of
yeah,
like it's
yeah.
stupid, man.
That one day last
Yeah,
week, it
exactly.
was
I saw
like
so many people.
20
Yeah,
degrees. Everyone was out, and
yeah,
it's like when the weather gets nice, it's gonna be every day. People can't keep
exactly,
themselves
bro. It's gonna
inside
be
when it's nice
horrible.
out.
I
Yeah,
know.
what do
like
you think's
And then
happening in
that's gonna
America right
delay
now?
it.
in
What?
America.
Yeah, it's like in the southern states, it's all hot, and they're all going
Yeah,
outside.
Yeah,
exactly.
true.
Like people are
Yeah,
just having to like stay in. Like
exactly.
there's really nothing you can do about it. But I feel like that
I
actually has
know.
like a part of the
But
outbreak there is like it's nice outside.
like
You're gonna go
fully,
outside.
fully.
Hmm.
We're kind of lucky to be in Canada right now. Like it's cold.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like going out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Can't go
But at the same
swimming.
time, you don't need to be with your friends. Like you don't need to all
Yeah,
like
that's true.
if
You
Yeah,
can
you
just
to
go
like
out.
enjoy the
we've
heat.
all done it ourselves. Like yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
like go out with family or something, and that's gonna rebound into us people like us actually like not breaking the laws to stay inside for a longer time, which is just brutal.
yeah.
Hmm.
I agree. I
Sure.
agree. All right.
All right. I guess we should get into the breaking kind of news. So Ontario's laws have now opened up professional teams to continue practicing, and all practice facilities, given the permission from the league, are allowed to start practicing in their facilities.
Yeah, I
So,
mean,
what are your boys' thoughts on that?
it's a first step, at least in my eyes. It was what like the Raptors can go in on Monday or something. The only problem I see is the people coming from out of country. Everyone went home.
Yeah,
People went
yeah,
back
yeah,
to the States. There's no Canadian players on the Raptors.
yeah.
Everyone went back to the States mostly. Um, and it's just coming back and being able to quarantine for however long it is that Justin Trudeau says or Doug Ford says or whatever for like Toronto specifically or
Yeah.
Ontario specifically. And then the NHL, not all states and provinces have like allowed the training facilities to open, and they came out with a thing saying, I know the Leafs came out with a thing saying they're not gonna go to their training facility until the rest of the league is able to because they don't want an upper advantage.
Hmm.
So they don't want like the upper hand. It's just like unfair to be able to be training 4 weeks before another team is. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm like
exactly.
it just brings some hope, I guess, to
Yeah,
the
exactly.
sports world lately. Like people love to hear
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah, well, when you put it into perspective, the only reason the NHL shut down was because of the NBA and Rudy, and
Yeah.
so if they're
Rudy.
following the same steps, um,
Rudy.
classic Rudy,
You know who
Gobert,
hates Rudy?
it
Flight.
who,
Flight.
Flight
oh
reacts.
yeah, Flight hates him. Yeah, doesn't he call him Gobert? Rudy Gobert, Rudy
He calls
Gobert.
him Rudy Gobert, and then he like goes, "Go wash your hands, Rudy." Yeah.
No, but following up, like if the NBA, the NHL followed in the NBA steps for the cancellation.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to get back into things, maybe the NHL would follow the NBA too. So, which is also hoped there.
Yeah, just to expand on that point, I do follow the NBA like a lot, probably as much as the NHL, and I do know for a fact that Adam Silver, he's the commissioner of the NBA. He wants to be the first league, like big sports league, to come back, and he wants to like lead the way so that other leagues can follow, and then sports can come back.
Yeah,
And the
and you
NBA
guys,
has been taking huge steps.
yeah, like, did you heard that thing about Vegas? How they could be starting sports in Vegas, MGM Grand,
Yeah.
because it would be like it's like a little town. Like when you go into one of those hotels, it's its own little like town itself. So you quarantine a bunch of the whole NBA into MGM Grand with thousands of rooms in it. You quarantine the whole NBA, and then they play out of the arena in Vegas, and you've got your own little town going on. It's just they got to figure some stuff out before that can even be a discussion, I guess. I do know that MGM Grand said something about that, or
There's going to be different things to tie into it, right? In order to get that plan going.
For sure.
I mean, it's really nice there. Like I've been there. I went there on my birthday like a few years ago.
Didn't you meet Chubbs?
I think Chubbs,
or what's his name from Pawn Stars?
I met
his name. It is Chubbs, is it not?
Chumley. Yeah, at the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop.
Right.
Yeah, but I was going the Olympic
Insert
qualifier.
Picture of Eric and Chumley.
Chumley.
We were at a hotel near the T-Mobile Center.
Were you guys like on the strip?
Arena?
Were you
on the strip? We're on the strip.
Okay.
Yeah. And we walked around everywhere, but when we went to the T-Mobile Center or arena, I don't know what it's called. It was really nice. Like definitely I can see they fit them fitting all of the NBA players in the MGM Grand. And I mean they had the Olympic qualifiers there. They can definitely put basketball in there for sure.
Mm-hmm. And then like that opens doors for NHL obviously too. Like
for
they
sure.
can do the exact same thing, just a different hotel. All those hotels on the strip have like thousands of rooms in them. You get one hotel with every team, all their staff. There's enough rooms, so whatever, 31 floors, a team per floor, whatever.
For sure.
And then you get them to play out of T-Mobile. It's like
for sure.
And I think that's what they're talking about, the 4 hub cities too.
Yeah.
Is just being able to stay, the teams would stay in the hotel and then play their own games out of the arena. And I know Toronto is in the discussion for that too.
Yeah. I mean, speaking about the hub cities, Doug Ford, who is the premier of Ontario, was talking with the MLSC, I believe 2 days ago, about Toronto being a hub city. So that's very possible.
Yeah. Are all the hub cities that they've talked, they're not all Canadian, are they?
I don't think they are all Canadian, but I do know for a fact that they're considering 4. I don't know what the other 2 are, but I know for sure 2 are Toronto and Edmonton.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was a great idea. Whoever came up with that, good job. Yeah. Because it's for sure that would work, because you get 8. It's like 4 conferences basically. You don't have to necessarily play against your own conference, but you get like 4 conferences. Then you get the games in. You can play a little like playoffs, and then you would only have to break it down to 2 hub cities where they could go quarantine, and then the next set of playoffs would start. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, but being on that, like Toronto, they got a huge fan base, tons of heart in the city. It's a moneymaker for the NHL too. So
yeah.
Oh, they'd easily sell out any game, no matter what teams there are.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is though, no fans.
Yeah.
There's gonna be no fans, right? So that's the only thing. I mean, I think Scotiabank Arena in Toronto is just like it's a good spot to hold it. There's hotels, right?
For sure.
Everywhere around it.
Yeah.
I think a place like, I think they were talking about Columbus as one of them. It's like, how many really 4-star hotels are going to be around the Nationwide Arena or whatever it is?
There's actually a few. There's actually a few. I've been there. The KeyBank Center.
Yeah. But apparently the NHL came up with a thing. These bougie fuckers. They're only 4-star hotels out there. They're only going to stay in 4-star and up.
Really?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I heard that.
Well, I mean, at the same time, like they're not going to stay in like motels or something. So.
Well, obviously, but I mean, if you're in a city that has an NHL team, there's gonna be at least a 4-star hotel, but it's just gotta be able to. There's gotta be enough teams, and their families. if they go back into sport and they do 4 hub cities or they do quarantine, you're not seeing your family or anyone for months, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So that's what they've also got to take into account, I think.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess if we're done that topic, do you guys have any last remarks about the quarantine and the NHL?
No.
No. All right.
No, I don't know. I feel like everything's gonna come back eventually. It's just a matter of
Oh yeah,
time.
for sure.
Exactly.
Nothing like to worry about. It's just right now everyone's playing the waiting game. Like, when's
we
it
just
gonna
don't know
happen?
when that time is, right?
Yeah, it's just like when news comes out, like the Doug Ford news today and the Toronto news. It's kind of a big deal. So
Exactly.
I guess it's just another step forward to
exactly
towards sport.
Well, I just wanted to add one thing in and get your guys' opinion on it. So I read like a lot of articles and stuff about the players' opinions and stuff. And like I just read one recently today that it was Draisaitl saying there's more important things to finishing the hockey season. So and I know for a fact that McDavid really wants to finish it. So how do you guys feel about the, I'd say 50-50 mixed player reviews about continuing the season or just moving on?
Yeah, I think going back on the family thing, 50% of the guys in the NHL are probably under like 25, don't have families probably yet. And then there's another group of them that do. You got kids, you got a wife, you got a dog, whatever, you got your house. You don't want to go stay in a hotel for 2 months when you got your family at home, right? I feel like that's a huge thing for the guys that are like, I don't want to go stay in a hotel. It's like playing the hockey season doesn't matter to me as much as like my family matters to me or whatever. So I don't know. I feel like that's a big thing.
Yeah, I definitely. If it's not safe, I say just don't do it until it's safe. It's not worth risking anyone's
Did you guys hear about that?
The Bauer thing?
That Korean baseball league?
Oh yeah.
There's a Korean baseball league that is playing games. They started last Monday.
Yeah.
They're playing games in empty stadiums.
Yeah. Even I think the Spanish soccer league is now reopening, and like they're doing something creative. You can pay $20 and then they make like a cutout of your face and put you in the stands.
That's hilarious.
That's brutal.
But at the same time, like this is this they can test with this. They can test with this to see like for that soccer league, like you could see like let's say like they get into the season and it's for some reason numbers are going up, they're just gonna like stop it right away, right?
Yeah.
So like you could get like testing from that, but you don't know how good it could be.
Yeah.
Or no until it's too late.
The Korean one will be really good to see how it works.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, no one knows. So.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing remarks?
That was a nice little hair flip there, Eric. Love it. Connor McDavid. He thinks he looks like Connor McDavid.
He's got 97 tattooed on his back.
I just the jersey outline, the numbers, the last name, the Oilers logo on my chest.
He does. He has a sweater. He has a sweater that says McJesus on it. Brutal. It's just he loves them. It's hilarious.
All right. Next topic. Not McDavid. The Leafs recently signed top defensive point scorer in the KHL, Mikko Lehtinen.
Yeah.
So we're all biased Leafs fans. We're probably gonna have a lot of Leafs talks.
In the background.
I actually couldn't tell.
No way. But I got that thing right there.
I mean, if I look at it, in the Leafs, like he had 49 points in 60 games in the KHL, which is obviously it's really good, but it's not the NHL. And then you can look at past guys like. You can get lucky with these KHL guys like Panarin, just like crazy, right? That's just that's like diamond in the rough times 1,000.
Exactly.
And then you can look at a guy, the Leafs. The Leafs love picking up these guys from the KHL. on entry-level contracts, but you look at the Leafs picked up Zaitsev and put him on like a 6.5 mil, something like that, which was, that's the Leafs. That's what they do. But they also picked up Igor Ozhiganov, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Ozhiganov, like from the KHL. He was also like a top defenseman in the KHL. And, like, look at him now.
Right.
I think he's playing on the Marlies, or he's not even playing.
Yeah.
It's like it's hit or miss with these guys. It could be a waste of money. It could be like Panarin. It could be the next, like whatever, right?
Exactly.
So you gotta, I guess you just gotta like trust the scouts and just trust like the general manager and the head office and stuff.
Exactly.
Dubas is kind of a fucking idiot, anyways, but he's done some good things.
It's okay. Eric's coming after his job, guys.
Eric's gonna be the GM of the Leafs soon, guys. Keep that on the record.
I gotta become assistant GM first. Like, that's just how it works.
Assistant
GM.
To who? Me, right?
Yeah, to you when you take Dubas' job after playing for 19 years in the NHL.
You already know.
All right, Jude, do you have anything to say about Mikko Lehtinen?
Good name.
Yes,
he sounds like a good finish.
It sounds like the goalie. They used to be on Dallas.
Lehtinen,
Kari Lehtinen.
Lehtinen. And everyone called him Lehtinen. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Good. All right, yeah, but that's I agree with Philly. Good name, and
great name on the guy. Yeah, hopefully he's good.
Offensive threat.
Yeah, he's offensive. The thing about the Leafs is they just offense is not what they need right now.
Yeah, exactly.
They need something. I don't know. They've got like defensemen too. They've got Muzzin. Muzzin's a great player for them. They just signed him 4 years. 4 years or something. They just signed him, but they've got Riley, Barry right now. Barry's gone next year.
Yeah. The harsh reality to find out that we don't need offensive defensemen was Barry.
Barry. Yeah. Barry was the offensive defenseman that we needed to win for the Leafs.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, we pick up Barry, we get more offense out of the back end, you get a solid defenseman, But if you look at Barry's plus minus in the last 5 years, where he's always in the minus.
Yeah.
He's great offensively. He had a record 60 points last season or something, 50 something points. But he just came to the Leafs, and it just shows like the Leafs firepower comes from the top
we don't
six.
need that. Like Matthews, like Tavares, like we don't need that. Like
you could really like the Leafs could really just use a guy like another Muzzin type of guy.
Like Parayko,
Parayko would
He's
be
only
good.
30.
A big guy, like a big
6'6" Parayko.
A big guy that can hit, but like you need a guy. You needed the Riley with Muzzin. I love that pairing.
Yeah,
it's just like one hard hitter. He's got good hockey sense, and then Riley's just amazingly offensive. Like And then the second pairing can be like, and then the second pairing is like they wanted CC to be that guy this year.
Yeah,
he's like 6'5" or whatever. He was a first round pick. He was decent on Ottawa, but then he just turned out to just shit the bed.
He was this close to becoming the next Jake Gardner.
He was not good. He was not, like, when he got injured, we started playing better, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is what it is, but hopefully he can bring something. If it's not offense, like, hopefully he can bring some defense, but I guess we'll see.
Sandin's a pretty good mix, though.
Honestly, I see Sandin and Liljegren. Sandin and Liljegren are going to be huge for the future of the Leafs.
For sure.
Like,
he's
they're
fast.
just, you can
say
tell.
Get to 25?
When they're in their prime, I think they're going to be really good if they're not traded by then, by the Leafs front office. Not if you have anything to do about it, Eric. When you're in the front office.
Yeah. I'll keep them.
Yeah.
All right. Any closing remarks?
No,
sir.
All right. We'll move on to the mock drafts. We'll do like a top 5, top 10. Just guys you think are gonna go. And I also wanted to bring up. What?
Go ahead.
All right. You have a photo with one of them?
Let me tell. We are at
Okay. You tell. I'll find the photo.
last year we went to Maple Leaf Square, the three of us, to watch Game 5 against Boston, I think it was. We
Eric, you
lost
could just
that
pop
game.
it up on the screen.
So
You don't need to find
I know,
it.
but
so we're at Maple Leaf Square, Game 5. They ended up losing that game, but we're standing in line waiting to go into Maple Leaf Square. If you're ever into Maple Leaf Square, you know you got to wait in a line for like 2-3 hours just to get into the tailgate at like 5 o'clock. But but we look, and it's funny. Well, another thing about this mock draft is weird for me because I playing AAA around the GTA. I played against all of these guys, most of these guys that are Canadian in this. But anyway, we see Quinton Byfield standing in line at Maple Leaf Square. So Eric leaves us. He's like, guys, should I?
No. Felly spotted him, and I was like, Felly goes, that guy looks familiar. I think that's Byfield. And then I go, oh, I knew he looked like, and I was like, oh, that's him. I've talked to him before. And then Eric goes, Byfield, and then he just sprints.
So he goes. We're like, okay, how much you go? How about you go get a picture with him? Eric goes, gets a picture with him. He Eric's like, can I have a selfie? He's like, okay.
No, bro, let me explain.
Hilarious.
Okay, he was actually a really nice guy. I didn't expect him to be. His voice was really, really deep. I didn't expect that. But I was like, hey, like, are you Byfield? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, can I just get a quick picture? Like whatever. And he's like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, hey, and I actually dabbed him up. He dabbed me back. So
cool,
we're boys
Eric,
now.
Boys.
And
just
actually, that's the first thing I did. I'm like, hey, are you Byfield? And he's like, yeah. And I just dabbed him up. And
well, he probably felt like so sick when you did that.
Yeah.
He's like, I have fans.
Yeah. No. I definitely. He was with a girl. I definitely helped him out.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, yeah,
like
like let's get a picture. And here's the picture.
I can't. He's wearing a Raptors jersey.
I know he wasn't even wearing a Leafs jersey.
And Eric's like sucking up to his chest and shit.
Yeah.
We snuggled a bit.
Eric's like leaning in to get the picture, and Byfield was like,
no. I think he put his arm around me.
That's what they all say.
No, he didn't. I think he touched my bum, maybe. But I had a little bit of touch there.
This guy has allegations.
We got a new Byfield. We got a new Byfield scandal going on here.
Instead of bored and horny, he takes it out on bored fans.
Oh yeah. He definitely thought you were like 10. Like even though you had a full beard.
Yeah.
Probably thought you were like.
No, I don't think I had a beard. No, I think I shaved literally that day. He must have thought I was like 3.
Where Eric had his hair to the side like that.
Yeah, he had it like Justin Bieber. We're in grade 11 at this time. This is only 1 year. This is only 1 year ago. So look how much he's changed. He's gone from Justin Bieber to Connor McDavid.
Every Canadian
boy's dream.
Yeah.
From Justin to Connor. All right.
Yeah. So we're gonna mock draft this year.
Yeah.
First overall.
Charlie gets his pen out.
First overall.
Wait. I have something to say first.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you probably know, Ottawa has San Jose's pick, which is a lottery pick.
Top 5, both of them, right?
Yeah. This is just a theoretical question. So if Ottawa gets 1 and 2, which is it's not likely, but it's definitely possible. If Ottawa gets number 1 and 2 pick, who are they taking?
I think they go Lafreniere, obviously, first. Yeah. And then the whole thing is this is the issue. Do you take Stutzel? I mean, like, do you take Byfield with Lafreniere and just have 2 supposedly franchise guys forwards, or do you go with the top-rated defenseman Drysdale?
Yeah,
so a forward and a D, right? It's
like
just
Carlson.
I think Ottawa's got a pretty good decor right now. Like they're okay, not great. Obviously not.
They're the old Leafs decor, pretty much.
They've got Zaitsev and Hainsey, but Hainsey's 47 years old, and Zaitsev is an okay NHL D. But what do you guys think? Like, Lafreniere is an obvious first overall.
I don't know. Where's Detroit in that? In any of that?
I mean,
If
Detroit
that
would be
happens,
third.
they'd get the third
They'd
pick.
get
They
Yeah.
get third.
probably.
That's brutal.
But
Detroit.
it's most likely would be Detroit first, and then Ottawa 2-3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
even then, Lafreniere's off the board at number 1.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think that's
for sure.
like
That's a
Well,
lock.
obvious.
I was reading an article and it said Detroit, like the GM. Who's the GM? I don't know who the GM.
I'm not
is.
sure. I don't know who the GM is right now.
Yeah. Okay. Shanahan. I don't know. Someone like that. And the article was just like saying how if Detroit gets the number 1 pick, they're not gonna go with Lafreniere because whoever their GM is always goes with elite centers, and that obviously is Byfield, not
like
Lafreniere.
Larkin and stuff, right?
So it wouldn't be a consensus. I don't think it would be a consensus.
He's a left
if
winger,
Detroit
right?
got the first pick.
Lafreniere's a left winger.
Yeah, I think so.
Or he's a righty. He's like I know he's a sniper though.
He's a left winger. I'm looking at
Lefty?
it right now. He's a left winger.
Okay.
I'm not sure which way he shoots, but
Yeah, he's a lefty. I know he's a lefty.
yeah, shoots left. But you got. I think if Ottawa does have 1 and 2, which is unlikely, I think they would just go Lafreniere Byfield.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
to
for
just
sure.
get like a left winger center, and that's going to be their future. I mean, their D isn't great, but
Yeah.
what do you think they would take Drysdale off the board at 2? Like if
I don't
here's
know.
the dilemma.
That's honestly good.
Yeah. The thing is, Drysdale's like a good defenseman and all, and like I guess we kind of have bias towards him because we all like know him.
Yeah.
But
Your boys with
the
them,
D class this year is terrible.
The thing is, you pass up Drysdale in the first 5, and the next best defenseman is like you're gonna get him late. Ryan O'Rourke is what I'm looking at right now, and I played against him.
Yeah.
And he's good, obviously, but he's no Drysdale. I played against played against both of them. When you play against Drysdale, his speed with the puck is like nothing you've ever seen. When he gets the puck on his stick, his speed with the puck is faster than anyone's speed without the puck.
Huh.
He just goes crazy. It's like the amount of times that guy blew by me as a winger is nuts. But no, like I think the smartest thing to do for Ottawa is take Drysdale right away.
Yeah.
Either if they have the first, second, or third pick.
Yeah.
Drysdale is off at number 3, I say.
Yeah.
Jude, do you have anything to add?
So
what about the last one? 5.
What do you mean?
5.
Do you want to look at like the actual order, kind of like?
Yeah.
The supposed order is it'll go Red Wings, Ottawa 2, Ottawa 3, LA 4, Ducks 5. So, I would go Lafreniere to Detroit first and foremost, and then Ottawa with 2 and 3. I go Byfield, Drysdale.
Yeah, that's good.
And then number 4, LA. I go Stutzel, either Stutzel or Rossi. Maybe Rossi.
Yeah. Rossi's like 5'9" though, eh? He's small.
Yeah.
Is he?
Okay, so I think I would go with Rossi, to be honest, there. He had like 130 points in the OHL this year. He led the CHL
insane.
Points.
In all fairness, his points were inflated. But
the thing is, he's an 01 too, so he's a late 01 birthday, so he's in this draft. But I don't know. It depends on what LA is looking for. But
but the thing is, like you said, like Lafreniere is the the go-to. But Eric was talking about how Detroit and their centers, right? So
yeah,
you never know if there could be something there.
Yeah, that's fair. And then number 5 with the Ducks, I have Perfetti. But I mean, Stutzel and Rossi, I think like 3, 4, 5, like Stutzel, Rossi, and Perfetti. or
Yeah, you
sorry,
think they could all be like switched
sorry,
around?
4 and 5. I think
Yeah.
4 and 5 are Stutzy, Rossi, and Perfetti. Could go 4-5.
Yeah, I think there it just depends on whatever team gets that pick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I just have Perfetti because he's an 02, but his birthday is like January 1st or something. But he played a year up his whole life, and then minor midget, he played against them, and he's nuts. Like the only thing, the thing that happens with him is you don't really notice him that much. He kind of lurks around, but he comes out of the game every game with 2 or 3 points. And like he's just so skilled, like it's crazy. He's crazy. He needs to work on his speed. But
he's that one player that's always at the right place at the right time.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly that. He sneaks around and he does what he has to do.
Like Matthew.
And you don't necessarily notice like some like snazzy things or like crazy like toe drags or whatever. He does do that, obviously, but it's like he just produces. It's like hard to compete with that. It's like Cole Caulfield, honestly. Yeah. Cole Caulfield, like he had 70 something goals on the development team last year. And he just produces, you know? You can't compete with
the thing that stands out to me about Cole Perfetti is that he has like a kind of like a Crosby game, like not in the sense of like Crosby's like hand-eye coordination and like puck protection, but in the sense of 1 year he can get 70 goals in a season and 30 assists, and the next year he can get 100 assists and 20 goals.
Yeah, I think the thing
he's a
about
goal scorer and a playmaker.
Yeah, I think the thing about him is he's always been productive at every single level he's ever played at. In any game ever. Like, it's just like, what's he gonna do at the next level? And I guess it's kind of a guess, or like a you know, for like a risk, I guess, for a team to take him, to see like he's a bit small, he's not that tall, right? So I don't know.
Yeah, this draft doesn't seem to be that tall, to be honest.
No,
not at all. Aside from Byfield, he's pretty big.
Yeah,
Boff is not.
He's like 6'4".
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of Canadian boys. It's good to see a lot of Canadian and OHL guys.
For sure.
For sure. The U.S. takeover from last year.
Yeah, what they had? They had like 10 picks in the top 20 or something.
Yeah.
The development guys. And honestly, Hughes had his rookie year.
He had like 16 points.
Horrible.
Bro, the only good thing about him is
one of the worst rookie years since Yakupov.
The girls.
Yeah, girls love him.
That's all he's got.
He had 21 points in 61 games, 7 goals.
So, for a first overall pick, it's just like you can't compare him to. This is a hard guy to compare him to. I know he's 19 years old, but like Matthews had 4 goals in his first game, and that's obviously rare. But he had 7 goals in 61 games. So I don't know who you're trying to compare him to or what you think he's going to do, but he's 160 pounds.
Exactly.
Centerman, 5'9" or something. Like he's
5'10",
he's got to. I don't know. It's obviously the NHL.
Yeah,
it's the NHL.
Still looks like a kid.
It's a step up, but he looks like a kid out there against men.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So
I don't know. I doubt anyone would ever think.
By what?
I said I doubt anyone would ever think he's like a face of a franchise ever.
Yeah. I agree.
Right now,
but he was outperformed by both other rookies, Capo Caco and Kirby Dach.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you have a player scoring 7 goals on your team, it's a Benajad.
I mean, I guess it's just. I think the biggest thing was Caco and Dach are just like bigger than him.
Oh yeah,
it's a hard transition to the NHL. Like it just is. You're playing against guys that are double your age or like 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
So like you can't blame them for having a bad season. Like everyone's.
Yeah. He's got to work that much harder for the next one.
He's got to. I feel like I just look at him. I don't see a hard worker. I see natural skill.
Exactly.
I see natural skill, and then it's like he just looks like he's there, and he's like I'm good at hockey. I can just be here because I'm good, and like whatever. But I don't know.
Well, to be fair, Luke Hughes kind of had the same thing. Like he clearly wasn't ready when he was first drafted, and I
That's
think
his younger brother?
Sorry.
Hughes. You're talking about
Quinn
Hughes.
Hughes. My bad.
Quinn.
I didn't mean to say Luke.
Yeah.
Quinn
Sorry.
Hughes. It was like the same thing. I think it would have been smarter for them. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that you would need to send a first overall pick
back
to, but he should have committed to an NCAA university.
Yeah, for sure.
And played there
like,
for 1 or 2.
I think
two more years.
if Quinn Hughes didn't go to Michigan, it would be a whole different story right now. But he had 50 points this year or something crazy. He had like top rookie scoring with Cale Makar.
For sure. Oh yeah.
They're the two top rookies, right? Cale Makar.
Yeah.
Same thing. He got drafted, went to UMass, played 1 or 2 years, won the Hobie Baker, and then they're like, okay, he's developed enough. 1 year, he's ready. Gets 60 points.
They bring him into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They bring him into the playoffs, and he's insane.
He had a point a game this year in the NHL as a defenseman, as a 20-year-old.
I know.
So it's
his
like
speed is holy.
He was 4th overall, I think, to Colorado. But like it's just
4th. Yeah.
It's like even
and see, he's not big either. Like,
and he's not big. He's 5'11", 6 foot, something like that. So you get a guy like Hughes. Obviously, you don't want to send your first overall pick down, but I feel like you have to give him a year. Almost, you can't blame it on him fully. Give him a year at Michigan. Give him a year at Michigan. He can go play against older guys for a year, and like the top guys in the States.
Yeah.
And in North America and develop for 1 year. That's all he would have needed.
For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. And I mean, I looking at the draft class, there's not really any names that I can see that are going to be big NHL players.
No, I mean this year's. I mean, we also Lafreniere did in the World Juniors.
Yeah.
He's gonna. I mean, then again, Jack Hughes kind of same thing.
Yeah.
But no, I think Lafreniere is just like he's gonna be good.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like last year's draft class.
You talking about last year's draft class? Oh, last year's
2019 draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you think about it,
I like
all these. Yeah. But
to be honest,
all these players that went to like the World Juniors, like these Americans that were supposed to like take over the draft and be so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Casey Middlestat had like 9 points in the World Juniors or something crazy.
Yeah. But you'd think if you have 10 of the top 20 picks that are all Americans playing in this one program together, they've played together before, they have the chemistry. They didn't even win the World Juniors.
No. Yeah. It's
exactly.
It's definitely weird. I don't know. It's just I feel like it's junior hockey, and then it's just like such a big step to the NHL because like you're playing against fully grown men, and you're under 20 years old. So it's like I don't know. But I honestly feel like guys like Cole Caulfield and what's his name, Turcotte? Alex Turcotte.
Yeah, Alex Turcotte.
Those guys went back to Wisconsin. Did Turcotte go to Wisconsin too?
Let me check. Yes, he did. He went to Wisconsin too.
So like Turcotte and Caulfield, for example, go back to Wisconsin, and they just developed for a year. I know it's a weird situation right now and everything, but they go back to their NHL camp, and they're already like way better players.
Yeah,
Wisconsin had a great year. Like they lost.
They were very top heavy on the rookies.
They were in the playoffs, were they not?
I'm not 100% sure, but
I mean,
I don't think it was that great of a season.
They're playing in the Big Ten too.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like, I feel like they could have similar situations to Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes type guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because they went back to college.
I definitely think that Caulfield and I'd say Caulfield, Zegras, and Turcotte outperform Hughes in their sophomore year.
In their rookie years.
In their rookie year, his sophomore year.
Yeah.
I can very well see that.
If they all make the NHL next year, or they could even take another year
and
then play in the NHL. But I have a feeling those guys are gonna be like better than Hughes, do better than Hughes then. So
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
It's not like we're saying Hughes is like a bad pick. Obviously,
No,
like
no.
he was
Obviously, I
kinda
think he was
consensus
the
number one.
best. He was the best player
Yeah.
in the draft at the time.
Yeah, for sure.
And he
It's-
probably
it's-
still is.
Yeah.
But who knows?
And
Can't
it
predict
would
the future.
definitely, it would be like almost. I think people would rip on New Jersey and be like, "Oh, like you didn't take Jack Hughes." Like they can't really.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
he was kind of the consensus number one pick, and once that is like decided, you have to take him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a certain
exactly.
pressure. All right.
Yeah, I feel like
So
it like met. Sorry, it like
go finish off your
he
final
kind of
remarks.
just like met all of New Jersey's needs at the time.
Yeah.
They have
exactly. Center.
Yeah, just a center. Well, who they have, Hall, right?
Yeah.
He's a left winger. They needed someone to play with Hall.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he just met New Jersey's needs and like. I mean, hopefully,
He's perfect on the power play.
I hope for him that he turns out better.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
really
In the
do.
next couple of years. So, anyways.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like his.
Okay, good. Keep going.
I was gonna say I feel like his game really reflects Heischer's. But
Yeah.
Heischer?
yeah.
I don't like Heischer.
Really?
I don't like him as a.
I don't know.
player,
He's like a
for
small,
some reason.
scrawny player too, and he's fast.
I mean, I guess New Jersey thought they needed another one of those guys.
I guess so.
Did you guys see that goal where the defenseman shot it off the boards and then he put his stick through his legs and just roofed it?
Yeah,
That was
Yeah.
that was
sick.
nice. Yeah.
Blake,
right, any
that
other
Blake Coleman
comments?
goal. Holy! Remember the
I-
one-hander where he
Yeah.
shoved it,
Oh yeah.
and then they cheered him
Ew.
away.
They're rebuilding a rebuild.
Yeah.
All right. Last thing we're gonna do for this episode, Stanley Cup prediction. If the Stanley Cup playoffs were right now,
Okay. I guess I'll go
I'll
first.
bring up the matchups. I'll bring up the matchups,
Okay.
and then we'll like there's no one will like go first. We'll just like we'll see like we'll just agree on who's gonna move on to the next round.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
All right. So first matchup, Boston and Columbus.
I mean, I hate Boston so much, but Boston will.
Yeah, I mean Columbus upset
Columbus.
Tampa, but at the same time, Tampa isn't as skilled in the playoffs as Boston.
I mean,
So
Boston
I
in the
don't know.
playoffs. As Leafs fans, we're hurting right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But Boston in the playoffs is just a different monster. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
it's hard to deal with them. Really hard to deal with them. They're just
Yeah,
very
yeah.
aggressive and like. You know,
Columbus definitely
Yeah.
had some really good, useful pieces last year that they just don't
Yeah.
have this year.
Yeah.
like Panarin.
Bobrovsky, Duchesne.
Duchesne.
Yeah, they had a great team going into the
Yeah.
playoffs. So
I mean, Merzlikins isn't even.
yeah, that's his name.
He's actually been going in, but
Yeah,
you never know. They're a gritty team too, but I feel like they'd give Boston a run for their money, but
they would. They definitely
Boston-
would.
I think like
Boston
game
would come
6, Boston game
yeah,
6,
Yeah.
for sure.
something
For
like
sure.
They'd be one of the last teams I'd want to play Columbus in the playoffs.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
First
for
round,
sure.
especially first round.
Yeah. Imagine being a Tampa fan.
Think about a team like Columbus. I think they could get worn down like
Oh yeah,
pretty
for sure.
easily in
For
like
sure,
the next
for
couple
sure,
of
for
rounds.
sure. Wait, did they play them last year?
Boston,
I think they played the.
Columbus? Second round. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Boston, Columbus,
So
yeah.
Boston won that.
Yeah, Boston
Yeah.
won in.
I remember
Either
watching
si-
that.
It was 6, I think. They won in 6. I'm not sure, but I think so.
I think you're right. Yeah,
Yeah, but Boston definitely had the upper hand.
for sure. They had a lot of.
All right.
They had a lot of possession.
Yeah. So we can agree Boston wins that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Tampa Bay and Toronto.
Okay. Honestly, I'll start here because Felly's a little biased. But
We're all a little biased, okay.
We're all diehards, but at the same time,
Can
we
I
went
just-
in that 3-game slump during the year. Lost against the Zamboni driver, and then Anderson played out of his mind. like everyone just clicked that game against Tampa, and we
We
beat
beat
them.
Tampa
I think it was
twice this
2-1.
year.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we come out on top in Game 7. That's just
I
what
honestly
I say.
think that the
I know we're
Leafs.
all biased here.
I think the Leafs match up well against Tampa.
I think we're
Yeah.
their kryptonite. I think that's it.
But
I think
okay, I want to actually clarify something here. For any Leafs fans watching right now or listening, it's part of our name here, Buds in the box. The Leafs are actually called the Buds. So if you don't like the Leafs, get out.
honestly,
No, I'm just
you're a Boston fan.
I'm just playing, but actually Boston fans leave.
I'm just playing. No, but actually get out.
but no, yeah, we are obviously a little bit biased, but we won't be biased during this podcast, like during any of our podcasts,
For sure.
obviously. We'll just speak what we actually think. So
Yeah, I think that would be an amazing series to watch. Though.
in that
Like
series,
being Leafs
Yeah.
fans, being Tampa fans, that'd just be
in
great
that
hockey.
series, I would give it a Game 7,
For
and
sure.
honestly, anyone's game. For me,
Yeah.
I think Game 7, and I can't say a winner because I don't know. I
I
think
still have faith in us, though.
I think it would come down
I
to
don't
Game
know.
7.
All
How
right.
about you, Eric?
Well, I believe the same thing. I don't think it's going to be easy for either teams, but I truly believe that the Leafs will come on top.
Yeah.
For
I feel
once.
like it'd be a very skilled matchup. Like it'd be all skill. It'd
It's
be
hard to say, but
not a lot of playoff grit.
I mean, since you guys, you're right. Both teams right now, both of Tampa and the Leafs, going into another round of the playoffs, like I feel like they'll both be tired.
Yeah.
I feel
And
sure.
like
they
like,
both have the same theme throughout the year. It's just inconsistency.
Yeah.
they're
Exactly.
both. I feel like the teams just aren't both of them
Ready.
going into a second round and playing Boston in the second round. Supposedly,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a huge battle for either of those teams. Like in a second round, you're gonna be tired. Boston's gonna be hitting you hard.
Yeah,
Right.
and even theoretically, if Columbus won, it'd still be a battle to get through that second
Yeah.
round, no matter what.
Exactly.
All right. So now we get into the Metro. Oh wait. Let me just clarify. We agree on the Leafs. The Leafs move on in that one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So the Metro, they have Washington and Philadelphia. Or sorry, Washington and Carolina.
The jerks.
That'd be good.
I have to give Washington the upper hand. Personally,
For sure.
I think Carolina's really young right now.
For sure.
Oh,
and
they'll be dangerous in the future.
They're gonna be really dangerous. Aho, Sveshnikov, like even just those two
Teravainen.
guys, Teravainen, Hamilton.
Hamilton.
Like, in the next couple of years they're gonna be lethal.
Slavin.
Yeah.
But Pesci,
Yeah.
right? Pesci's still on the team.
Yeah.
They've got a really good
Nachas.
team. The only thing is
Nekis,
Gardner.
however you want to say it.
Nekis, he's good.
Gardner.
Yeah,
he
the only
is.
thing
He
is
is.
definitely Gardner.
Yeah, I think we've had our time with him.
The Leafs actually had a game against them this year, that daytime game, where
Yes, I remember that.
where the Leafs took the lead. It was like 7-7 or something.
Oh, I remember that game.
And
Yeah.
Matthews
And
made
Marner
that.
split the D.
Matthews made that
the
spin around
that.
pass.
Yeah.
But the winning goal was Marner's break splitting the D, and the D was
just going
Gardner.
right through.
And you can
Oh,
see
yeah.
Gardner in the replay. You see Gardner turn around and fall. It's just the best.
That was when Marner scored right off the faceoff, right?
Yeah.
They scored 3 goals. It was like Barry.
That was like
Matthews,
a back.
Marner.
That was so back
Yeah.
and forth. That was crazy.
Yeah. They won like 8-7. I think. That game.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But no, I Washington.
Yeah.
Ovechkin's in his final. Ovechkin's in his final years.
Yeah, they got power. They got Samsonov now. I don't know. I think
He's gonna be good. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
He's got some good potential. Anyway.
for sure.
All right. Next matchup, Philadelphia against Pittsburgh. Good old classic.
Holy
rivalry.
Battle of Penn.
I
Pennsylvania.
gotta give Pittsburgh again.
I'd say
for me.
Pittsburgh too.
For me, I give Pittsburgh. I think Crosby, no matter how old he is or how injured he is, he always is just so good.
Exactly. And then
It's just so
Carter
hard to
Hart,
stop
he's a
him.
great goalie, but he's young still, and
Carter Hardy's
and
gonna be unbelievable.
he will.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
for
be
sure.
a really good goalie, but right now he's a little
Yeah.
bit young for me.
For
I
sure.
think. But who's they picked up Zucker, right? Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zucker and Crosby are really good together.
Yeah, they are.
They
Yeah.
play really well together. So
Yeah, for
think
sure.
I think Pittsburgh definitely has the upper hand there.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. And the
How about you,
Flyers,
Eric?
they're always really inconsistent in the
Yeah.
playoffs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They can never put their team together.
Yeah. They need to go back to the Broad Street Bullies a little bit. They need to get their old
Exactly.
selves. Like they got to be
Everyone hated
chippier.
them. Yeah.
They got to go back to that. You guys watched the Michael Jordan documentary?
Yeah.
They got to be like the Pistons against the Bulls. Like that's what they need to win a cup, I think.
That's how they're known though. Like that's everyone hates the Flyers, right?
The Broad Street
the way they're
Bullies.
playing. Yeah.
People don't like
the way
them.
they're playing isn't like that.
They're trying to be a bit more skilled and whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like if they go back to their old style of play, people not liking them, just everyone hating them.
Yeah.
It's like the Pistons against the Bulls. Like the Pistons were so good because not like they had a ton of skill. They had skill obviously, but it was because of it was because they were just so chippy and they got under their other team's skin and like whatever.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. A team that's hated to play against is a good team.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Just like TikTok, the Hype House. Everyone hates them, but they get views all the time. Like,
Exactly, Michael.
For
exactly.
real though, what's that guy's name with the really big eyebrows? Thomas something. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh my god, everyone hates him, but he gets millions of views every video. And it's like I feel like it like I don't know.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah. Does he have like a cross earring?
Yeah, they all do. But when you're hated,
literally.
When you're hated, you get attention, and you get things out of it. It's like you know.
I think you really just wanted to bring the Hype House into this podcast.
Man.
I am a bit of a TikTok. I am a bit of a TikToker myself, guys. Go check me out. If you want to see me in viral videos, you can go to Ben Lambert.
But just mute it. Just mute it. Just mute it. Just mute it out. Mute this whole part out.
All right, let's move.
I said the cross earring, and I said every single guy in the Hype House right there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on to the Western Conference. And get this hype shit out of the way. All right. First matchup: the Blues versus the Predators.
I gotta say the Blues. I don't know. I'm just like right off the bat. I don't know.
I think the Blues as well.
I don't see any Stanley Cup hangover anytime soon, and they got a lot of grit.
I like Nashville's decor. They've got
for sure Ellis.
Subban, and
Subban's on New Jersey now.
Oh shit. Ellis.
They have another guy. I know.
Who's the other guy?
I was gonna say Weber, but
no.
Yossi. Their captain.
Yossi. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
Yossi. Number 59. I know. He's
I
like
their captain.
I like their D. Their forwards
for sure
could use a bit of work. Who's their goalie?
For sure.
Rene.
Kakarina and Hughes Saros.
I don't
know.
And
Rene's pretty old now, so it'd mostly be Saros.
Yeah. I don't know.
He's
37.
Yeah. I don't see Nashville winning a playoff series. I don't see Nashville winning a playoff series.
No. I don't know. Saros is a great goalie for his size because Rene's 6'5", Saros is 5'10", and he's like they have like almost exactly the same goals against average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but if you're playing against Binnington, if you're playing against Binnington, a Stanley Cup champion,
I think they haven't run out of steam. The Blues, they're full steam ahead.
Yeah. For sure.
They want that 2-peat.
They're really good. Sure. I mean, they've got Pietrangelo. It's O'Reilly. It's like
Parayko.
Some good veterans.
Yeah, so definitely the Blues on top for that one. The next in the Central, Colorado and Dallas.
This would be a good series.
Colorado.
Yeah, that would.
I'd say Colorado too.
I think that would be the easiest one to pick. I definitely think Colorado would blow them out.
Bishop is
think
brutally
close.
inconsistent now. Like it's
Yeah.
it's too
and
it's scary.
Colorado, I mean, they've got Rantanen and Landeskog, like
Yeah.
Makar, as we talked about, as their top
McKinnon.
D now. McKinnon, like it's like they're really good. I feel like they're
And
one of
that-
the most underrated teams in the NHL.
Yeah.
And that Pavel Friends, their new goalie that's right-handed.
Yeah.
That kid's good.
Yeah, I think they're for sure, if not the most underrated
scary.
team in the NHL.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're
The
scary
most
team.
underrated team in the NHL.
I've done a lot of research on Colorado, and their future is crazy.
Unbelievable. Just look at their top positions. Like,
Oh yeah, and they have Kadri too. I forgot.
and like Kadri brings them grit as much as like
For
people
sure.
don't like him. As much as
Yeah.
people don't like him, sometimes it's good not to be liked.
For sure.
So, but yeah, like I give Colorado the upper hand for sure in that series. Like
for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
McKinnon
I'm calling
is
it right
just
now.
so
Colorado is
good.
going to be the best team in the league. In a few,
Eventually, yeah.
give them 3
Yeah,
years.
for sure.
You're gonna have Makar, Byram.
Like, yeah,
for
look
sure.
at that.
Alex Newhook is gonna be like their fourth line
You
center.
got
That's how good they're gonna be.
Makar, you got
Yeah.
Makar, Byram, and then you got McKinnon, Landeskog, Rantanen. Just like their top guys are so good. Who's their goalie?
Yeah.
Their
Grubauer.
starter, Grubauer. He's okay.
Francois.
He's pretty good.
Francois.
Pretty
They
good.
have Hutchinson.
Pavel
Hutchinson.
Francois. Yeah, but he's in the A, right?
Yeah.
But Grubauer's injured right now, so they'd probably play Francois or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's
They
good.
play,
He's like the Merz
let's see.
Lincolns. Like he has like a 2 goals against average in like 10 games.
Who's
Not
that
even.
Pittsburgh guy that was in the All-Star game? The goalie, Tristan something.
Jari.
He's gonna be
He's
good, I
good.
think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
He had a
is good.
breakout. He had a breakout year.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
Matt Murray's just
happened
off.
to Murray?
Gone.
Yeah. What happened to Murray and
Yeah.
Fleury is happening again, but this
Yeah,
time to Murray.
to Murray and Jari. Yeah.
Mhm. But I mean, if the same thing happens, I mean, I guess the Penguins have to win the Stanley Cup.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go back to back.
Yo, that can't affect our bracket though. That can't affect it.
Yeah.
All
What's the
right,
next
next matchup. The Vegas Golden Knights versus the
Vegas.
Winnipeg Jets.
This
Vegas.
guy, Eric
Vegas.
says Vegas. Okay, he doesn't know how to say Vegas. It's
Vegas.
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 He says Vegas. He says bagel.
Bagel.
Buddy, come
Bagel.
on. Bagel,
Bagel.
Vegas. Like, come on.
Vegas.
What was the thing? You said like I can't
Vegas and
remember what it
Winnipeg.
was. Winnipeg, yeah. Sorry, so Vegas. and
Probably just save your anger for later.
I'll go punch the wall later. Oh, Andy Bernard it. Just hand right through the wall.
All right. Stay on topic, boys. Vegas or Winnipeg?
Yeah. Vegas.
Or who?
Man.
Vegas or Winnipeg? Winnipeg, really?
I no, I gotta go with Vegas. I was telling Fally what he said Vegas or something. But I don't know. Hellebuck's the next Ben Bishop. Their
But-
inconsistencies.
I think with no fans, Winnipeg isn't that good. Last year,
Exactly.
last year in the playoffs,
Their electricity in that
Winnipeg,
arena is
they the only reason I think they even won a couple games was because of the whiteout fans there. Like when they had
Yeah.
those whiteout games, everyone's
Yeah.
in white. It was nuts. You could it
Yeah,
gave
yeah,
literal
yeah.
shivers. It was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
electric
exactly.
in that arena.
yeah,
Like
it's crazy.
it's nuts. I feel like
Yeah.
Winnipeg without fans is kind of just like
Yeah, exactly.
they're like a mix of like skill and size and like
Yeah. They
Their
have
goalie's
everything, but
good.
I don't know why. Like
They've got a
isn't
lot- like,
Laine
they've got-
6'5" or 6'6"?
yeah, they've got
Yeah.
Laine. He's a good sniper.
Wheeler 6'5",
They've got Wheeler. He's
Scheifele
great.
6'3".
Like when you think about that, you got Wheeler, Scheifele, Laine, Hellebuck. Like they've got a
Imagine
really
they still
good.
had Bufflin.
They've
too,
got a really
but
good
I don't
team,
know.
but like I don't know.
Yeah, I think
I've never
it
seen
all
them as like a
depends.
powerhouse. Never seen them as a powerhouse.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It all depends on
Honestly,
how
that first
Hellebuyck
year.
plays.
Yeah.
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 Hellebuyck,
He's kind of like the
honestly,
backbone now.
goalies are just huge now. Like when you look
Yeah.
at last year's Leafs Boston game 7,
Yeah.
Anderson just absolutely shat the bed.
Yeah.
He
We
let
did not get a good.
He let in like 2 goals from behind the red
Yeah.
line,
Yeah.
like behind the goal
Yeah.
line, and it was like
Yeah.
if he didn't let those 2 goals in, we win the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Nylander goal, remember? I think it was game 7.
Yeah.
Nylander just put
Yeah.
it right there and they just tapped it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That can't happen in the playoffs, man.
No, I
Yeah.
think Anderson, if the Leafs even stand a chance getting past Boston, let alone like Tampa, getting past a second round Boston matchup if they had one, Anderson's just got to be way better. And actually,
sure.
what's funny, I was looking at a past draft, and the Leafs took whoever it was in the first round. No, different draft. That's stupid too. But
Yeah.
they took Igor Korshkov in the second round, first pick of the second round or something like that. Must have been 2016 or I don't know. But they take Igor Korshkov in the second round, top couple of picks. A few picks later, Carter Hart. And I'm looking at that. I'm like, what if the Leafs right now had Carter Hart instead of Igor Korshkov? They're a different franchise.
Yeah, literally.
Like you got that goal. He backs up Anderson a couple of years. He's a franchise guy, and he's gonna be good. Sure. So I don't know. Goalies are just like a huge part of playoffs, especially like.
100%.
Yeah. That's another thing. Anderson plays a lot of games in the regular season. He's tired by the playoffs.
Yeah, and when you think of Game 7 with Boston and the Blues, like think of that. Rask did not play well, and Binnington just shined, and that was it. That was it.
Yeah, I mean Campbell's a great backup for what's his name now. Didn't look nervous. Do I look nervous?
Yeah.
No, but Campbell's a great backup for Anderson. Like.
Yeah.
Because Anderson last year, he played like 60-something games. Something nuts like that.
Yeah. We tried him out by playoff time, though. So
tired. Like, it's a whole thing, but it was good for Campbell this year. I don't think that's going to
be a problem in this case.
No, because last year but last year they just didn't have the backup strength.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's a huge position. As much as like people don't care about backup goalies, huge. Getting a win off a backup goalie is like a huge thing in the regular season.
Exactly, for sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. We got to move this along. All right.
Yeah,
Next matchup, probably a fan favorite, definitely my favorite, and probably the world's favorite.
Edmonton and Calgary.
Yep. Battle of Alberta.
Battle of Alberta.
This would be amazing, man. Amazing. A different breed of hockey.
I like Calgary in this scenario.
Really?
Yep.
You favor that? Huh?
Connor McDavid is obviously the best player in the world. Calgary has grit. Calgary's like a coming up Boston. They're shit disturbers.
Exactly.
They are.
Yeah,
Matthew
definitely with that 5'9" Johnny Gaudreau.
Matthew Tkachuk.
5'9" Johnny Hockey.
But like Johnny Hockey's not much of a shit disturber. He's skilled. Like, but you got like Matthew Tkachuk, shit disturber. Like their whole team is kind of chippy, and it's like they can go.
David Rittich is also a huge one too.
They can go as far as they take them themselves.
Yeah, I kind of see Edmonton as McDavid and Draisaitl. That's it.
Yeah, but Clefbaum also has something back there.
I mean, yeah, but I just
wait. Who's their starter? Is it Smith? Smith and Koskinen.
That's another thing. Their goalies are not that great.
No, they're not.
Yeah, but it's like it's one of those things where it's like the Fleury and the other guy that they just picked up.
I guess you're talking about your own series here, Eric.
Leonard.
Because you're McDavid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They have two like good goalies. Like if one plays shit, they can just put the other one in and it's fine.
That's fair. That's fair enough. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Vegas has two starters, so that's literally it.
Well, not anymore. If the NHL season isn't,
I can't believe actually the Leafs were part of that trade with Leonard.
Really?
Yeah. Didn't we pay something?
We got Leonard from where was he? Chicago?
Buffalo.
From Buffalo. We
What,
had him for like
like
20 minutes. This trade deadline.
Oh, this
Really?
one. So yeah, that was from Chicago. Yeah.
So from Chicago, the Leafs traded. They literally just paid him a small contract. We had him for like 20 minutes on trade deadline day. It wasn't known. Like people didn't know about it, but he was actually on the
Yeah, but we
Leafs
paid
for
like
20 minutes.
50% of his
And
like
then
contract.
and then we paid a bunch of his contract, got like one prospect from Chicago, and then just moved him to Vegas. It was really weird
Yeah, it
for the
was.
Leafs.
I
I
don't
think
get
there's
that.
something going on between the Leafs and Chicago because the Leafs did them a favor. So I don't know what really is going on, but I feel like there's something in the future with the Leafs in Chicago.
Let's go, boys. We get Patty Kane and Matthews. Nice.
Yeah. Patty Kane and Matthews on the same. Patty Kane, Matthews, and Marner.
Oh my god,
Imagine.
that'd be crazy.
All right. Final decision: Edmonton or Calgary? I say Edmonton.
I'm gonna say Calgary.
I
Jude, you
gotta
get to
go with
vote.
Philly here, Calgary.
No.
David
All right,
Riddick, man.
Connor McJesus fan over here goes that.
Let's see your hands, man. Let's see your hands. Let's see those.
Okay. You
He's
want to see?
cracking them. Eric
So
kind of has a really weird habit of cracking his knuckles on every part of his body. He sometimes you just look over and he's like cracking them everywhere. It's really weird. He's cracking them into the mic right now.
ASMR. Oh my god.
ASMR Eric. Disgusting.
all right,
Stop.
boys. I think we should continue the second round, the third round, and the fourth round on our next episode. That'll give us something to do because
Sounds
this is
good.
getting pretty long now.
For sure.
All right. So thank you guys for listening to our first ever podcast. This has been Buds in the Box, and we'll see you guys next time. Do you guys have anything else to say?
Thanks for listening.